When it was announced that Imtiaz Ali was making a sequel to Aaj Kal, I was extremely excited to know on what would be the vision of the creator for this film. Kartik Aaryan and Sara were announced as the two main leads, which made me genuinely believe that it might be a great endeavor for both the actors. Kartik Aaryan over the years and still today, despite his success, has been typecast into a specific genre of film. Sara Ali Khan, despite being only 2 films old, proved her capability as a performer in Kedarnath. And this, for both the actors, could have been the best platform for a layered and effective performance. The sequel of sorts, which presents 2 love stories, one in the present day and one in the 1990s, being told in a story format, and how in several ways they connect, presents only one difference, that the point of contention is the female character being professionally driven and trying to fight the affinity towards Kartik's character. In the original film, we notice both the characters not believing in the concept of love, but as the layers unravel, both come to the realization that they are perfect for each other. In this film, Kartik tries to break the barriers of Sara, consciously put up so that she doesn't get hurt. The 90s love story presents the same hurdle of confessing one's love for each other openly, and the reservations that exist with familial ties, and how it slowly unravels into quite a mess. How these love stories bear similarities despite the time in which it is set, highlighting that companionship is expressed in different forms depending on the day and age, but holistically represent the same thing. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the film so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to go for this film on Valentine's Day or not. The good. I was wrong. See, in this day and age of social media where no one is ready to take ownership of their statements and assumptions, which are quick and rather harsh, I have to say that my analysis of the music from the first look of the film surprisingly turned out to be the complete opposite, where I genuinely believe that most of the music of the film will be remixes and rehashed versions of the original, except Ha Main Galat, which presents the same hook tune from Twist from the original film. The movie actually boasts of some beautiful music, something every Imtiaz Ali movie is known for, from Shayad and Rahogi Meri, sung beautifully by Arijit Singh, to my favorite Meherma, sung by Darshan Rawal and Antara Mitra. The music composed by Preetham deserves appreciation. The birth of the 90s storyline. There is a sense of purity, innocence, and genuine energy in the relationship that blossoms between Leena and Raghu, a relationship that flourished due to 2 humans naturally gravitating towards one another, at a time where physical intimacy is cherished, and just not regarded as a weekly occurrence, truly felt and embraced. The costumes, the set design of Udaipur, the secret meetings between the two, and the breaking of the ice by asking the girl to break dance with her, and especially the memorable moment where the two meet, and this time Raghu has nothing to say but to hold her in his arms. Sadly, these intimate and memorable moments that truly hit me hard were few and far between. But it has to be said that the simplicity of the 90s storyline really stays with you. That's different that it eventually turns out to be an incoherent mess. Some performances. There are some performances in the film that truly left a lasting impression on you despite their brief appearances, and one which made the most of the written material provided to him. Let's first come to the supporting cast. Randeep Hooda is the thread that connects the 2 timelines together, and despite the weak thread that tries to hold the storylines of the 2 timelines together, Hooda, the owner of a co-working space that tells his story to Zoe, does a commendable job in the film. There isn't anything the man can do wrong, honestly. Simone Singh as the overbearing mother, constantly projecting her own life experiences and insecurities towards her daughter, is extremely convincing. In her brief role, I could sense so many interactions that the current generation has with their parents whenever she comes on the screen. Looking at each and every step of their kid, worrying they might stray away and commit the same mistakes that they once did. There is a misogynistic, typical Delhi fuckboy in this film that even in his 2 appearances will make you uncontrollably laugh. Not only because of his dialogues and mannerisms, but because of how accurate his portrayal of a privileged North Indian boy is. Arushi Sharma plays the role of Leena in the film, and she showcases a beautiful first impression. Leena is shy, restrained, but very sure of her decisions, and Arushi very convincingly portrays that demeanor and body language. It would have been lovely to see the actor in the promotions of the film, as she brought something fresh in a recycled equation. Compared to the original, she has way more heavy lifting to do compared to Giselle. Kartik Aaryan. I have to say that I was very skeptical of Kartik in an Imtiaz Ali film. I've always considered him to be one-dimensional, but credit where credit is due, and Kartik as both Veer and Raghu has made the most of featuring in an Imtiaz Ali movie. He is understated but effective as Veer, trying to empathize and grasp Zoe's psychological dilemma when her bearings are lost. and as Raghu that can't stop but uncontrollably follow and fall deeply in love with Leena. Veer, which is a character that is set in 2020, is one which people will connect with way more as he possesses a pragmatic mindset even in his madness. Kartik is to be appreciated for his praiseworthy effort in this film. The underwhelming aspects. Sara Ali Khan. I have to say that I really wanted this to work wonders for Sara. We saw glimpses of her potential in Kedarnath, and with the written material, Sara had the stage set for her in this Imtiaz Ali movie. The most complex character who has to overcome several hurdles in life, both within herself and outside. And this leads to the actor getting the platform to showcase her acting range and capabilities. But I have to sadly confess that Sara's performance misses the mark big time. The effectiveness of some of the most iconic Imtiaz Ali performances is that the characters sit with the moment, let it fully immerse. A lot of it is acted through the eyes, so much so that the emotion penetrates towards the audience. But Sara as Zoe tries and it misses the mark again and again. There is a consistent effort by the creators to convince us of Sara as this sexy but conflicted go-getter Zoe. But Sara's awkward walk and pacing into the rooms, her frown as she listens to a story, her reaction to unknowingly getting attracted towards Veer account for many moments which become tough to watch. The close-up shots of her expressions came out as very unflattering, and I honestly felt bad for the newcomer who is really trying. You know the frame which became a meme from the trailer? It is as awkward and tough to watch even in the film. Full points for effort, but sadly the execution was way off the mark. Writing and storytelling. I have to say that all our doubts and disappointments that Imtiaz Ali was presenting the same story just set in a different timeline were all present for a reason. And it's because no one can deny that the film is a remake. It is the same format and its messaging is the same as the original. The only difference which is undeniable is that the impact of the writing and the storytelling of the original is unparalleled. Up now you might be thinking, Anmol, you should review the film independently. It's not fair to compare it to the original Aaj Kal. But I assure you, you can't help but reminisce the beauty of the original. The moments shared between the characters, the juxtaposition of what love was for Rishi Kapoor's character and how it has evolved over the years. How no matter how much you fight the feelings that naturally come over a period of time, fighting for what felt right brings you eternal bliss. This is what the original film did successfully, making you root for the main characters. The writing and screenplay especially that binds the two timelines in this case is so weak. What kept the film together in the original was that the relationship was something to strive for, something that's written in fairy tales. In this case, however, despite its realism, it made you more skeptical of the concept of companionship rather than fighting for something you thought was special. I want to conclude by saying Aaj Kal 2020 relies on the same tropes we have strayed away from. The constant following leading to the development of interest between two people. A person being commitment phobic and fighting it only to eventually concede. This film focuses on the same problems but not with the same beauty and effectiveness. You remember the scene where Saif tries to convince Deepika on her wedding day that he is fine? Only to progress the conversation, slowly realizing he always wanted to be with her. In one moment you see the range of denial, shock, acceptance and pure love oozing out of a character. This film does not possess the same magic or even the moments that stick with you after stepping out of the theatre. I want to finish by saying that Aaj Kal is a rehashed version of the same idea that was done brilliantly in 2009 and misses the mark completely in 2020. We wish rather than Ali providing us a franchisable idea, he can tell us new stories. Something whenever the creator has done has led to life-altering impact with audiences. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.